Just recording, saying that our board members were here earlier and all left together to go. Did you guys get to go? Possibly somewhere to work together before the meeting. Which is not allowed.
It is.
Here we are.
I didn't see
You want to be awake from me. That'll make hair curl that well.
Get them all coming in.
Try to.
Favorites. I'm a good commentator.
All right, we're going to call this meeting to order. Town of Franklin regular town meeting of Wednesday, October 10th at 7 o'clock. We'll start out with pledge of allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Planning Commission. Donna, we got you here.
Yep.
Do you want to speak?
Not much to be said, other than to just bring to your attention that the Planning Commission on September 25th finalized all our documents related to non-metallic mine after the attorney had returned them. So they've all been reviewed, passed unanimously, and you have them. So you have the final documents for your approval, which is the non-metallic mine operator's license, the application, and the fee and forfeiture table.
Okay.
And everything's complete.
Okay, and we have those here as per the attorney, and the fee structure has all been corrected. So I'll make the motion that we accept the final licensing for the town of Franklin for mines that are possibly going to come into the town of Franklin. I'll make that motion to accept the ordinances.
And I'll second that.
All in favor of accepting the ordinances, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. So the ordinances are all done for the town of Franklin.
And those have also went through the legal review, so now all we have to do is publish that.
Yep.
Okay.
I think we should applaud if we finally got that done. How long has that been in the process?
Since
Over a year.
Yeah, last year August. Okay. Under the Planning Commission, there was a comment made at the last meeting that the tax status for this particular mine was going to be tax exempt. I called Jackson County, I called the state of Wisconsin. The gentleman's name is Kurt Stefanik. He is the tax lister for all mines. State of Wisconsin hires him, puts him in jurisdictions. This jurisdiction is Jackson County plus some other ones. I called him and asked if this particular mine, the Coulee Frac Sand mine, was going to be a tax exempt mine up here, and he said that's a totally false statement. He said, number one, you can't tax something that hasn't been up and started yet. Number two, when he gets there, he looks at what the operation is going to be. There are separate entities that will be taxed. There are some things up there that will not be taxed. I'll give you the simplest one that he told me. When they start operating up there, if they make this really large pile of sand, and that pile of sand is going to sit there, he comes up with his logger's tape and takes a look at it, figures out how many cubic yards the personal property tax will be assessed on that pile of sand. So the statement of this tax mine, or this mine will be tax exempt for personal property, is false. I've said this before, I say it again, I work on the facts and I go to the people that have the facts available. This is a man that is the tax lister for the mines.
Mr. Chairman?
So, I'm sorry, but we're not going to open for discussion. I know that's not going to make you happy, but we're not.
New facts.
Well, these facts came from the individual that's responsible for making the tax. I can give you his phone number
Would you?
and his name, and you can call and argue with him
Go ahead. What's his number?
after the meeting.
Oh,
Who said that it was gonna be tax exempt?
Julie said.
No, she didn't.
She didn't.
She did not.
It's in the meeting, it's in the minutes.
She did not
Yeah,
say
where-
that.
where-
She
She brought it up.
She didn't say that. No, I didn't. I said that some of the equipment would be tax exempt. I gave, we don't know what the taxes are gonna be on any equipment or any piles of
Right,
sand.
we don't know anything about the mine.
I gave the facts on what the property, the real estate taxes would be. We don't know if there's gonna be any personal property tax.
That's exactly true.
Mhm.
That's exactly true. But your comment, part of your comment, was that
that a
this,
lot of the equipment that they have is tax exempt.
and I was just clarifying on what was going to be taxed and tax exempt.
You didn't say that.
But we don't know
You said that
what-
the comment was made that will be tax
that
exempt.
the mine would be tax exempt.
Then I, once again, will stand corrected,
Okay.
Thank you.
okay? One of the things that we're going to go and discuss right here is when you're on the board, we need to remain neutral, okay?
You should try that.
Yeah.
Hey, what a joke. I don't believe you just said that.
Do we need to cancel this meeting tonight?
That's up to you.
Yes, it is.
You're the man around here. You've been throwing your weight around. Go ahead, what you wanna do.
Out of line. Just
All right,
keep-
Okay, I'm out of line.
All right, that's
I
it.
apologize, Jeff.
As of 7:15, this meeting is canceled, I'm sorry. We're not here to go and argue,
I just apologize.
we're not here to argue, we're here to go and conduct a meeting. I'm sorry that the majority of the people here don't agree with what's been going on, but that's neither here nor there. If you don't care about the way I speak, that's fine and dandy. That's totally up to you. But my legal right as a chairman is I can cancel this meeting tonight if we're gonna sit here and do nothing but argue.
I won't argue with you, Jeff.
Okay? I want that to be brought up right up front. We're not here to go and argue about this. There's already been enough dissension in this little township because of this. I stand corrected, I apologize.
Thank you.
From this point on, the people that sit at this table, if you have a personal interest in this, according to legal, you'll remove yourself from the table for that particular meeting and sit in the audience, or you can have your husband. And there's no problem with that.
I can have my husband what?
Speak your issue or whatever, you know.
Yeah, that would be pretty difficult because I
Right.
have a personal interest in it.
Well, that's what I just
Probably more
said.
than she does.
That's what I just said.
Right.
Right. But she
And I think the
needs to
board
be,
should be neutral, and that includes you.
I go by the facts.
So do
you're
I.
trying to offer new facts.
Jeff, if what you're saying is true, you should excuse yourself.
Okay.
If that's accurate.
Okay. I'll excuse myself.
By virtue of a vote that we had last month, the sides have been already kind of drawn. But at least when we're sitting here at the table, we have to keep a modium of neutrality. Is that a good way of putting it?
I agree.
Okay.
And we're paid here to go and bring up all the issues. Whether you think that we're taking sides, we're here to go and bring up the issues. We have to present the issues that are presented to us. Now, if you don't care for that, well, then I'm sorry about that. But when there's certain information that's given to the board and the board brings it up and you don't like it, I mean, there's a lot of things that people don't like. All I'm saying is this board is here to go and represent both sides of the fence. And that's our job.
With all respect, you said that you go on the facts. That's why I asked the question as to who it was that said that, because that was not factual.
And I just apologize for that.
Well, if I hadn't asked, nobody would have known the answer to that then. And it would have gone on record that somebody said that it was gonna be tax exempt. So I'm glad that I asked the question. I think that Tom ought to be able to ask his question too.
Gentlemen?
I think we should continue with the meeting. End of story.
Leroy?
I think we should continue with it, but we'll leave it at that. I think there's too much in this township right now. There is just too much backstabbing going on. People have brought it on by themselves. You know, I'll have to say, I'm one of the victims. I don't know who did it, but if I find out who it was, it'll be prosecuted to the end. And I mean, I can't believe people can sit and backstab one another like they are around here. I always thought this was a good, close-knit community, but it ain't. It's just like the North and the South, is what it is. And I think we all have to grow up and realize the facts.